Hello guys. So last time we have covered the liver important points, supply, anything, and their lobes, their relation, anything we have covered. Now we will cover the peritoneum of the abdomen. Abdomen peritoneum. Abdomen peritoneum. So first, what is peritoneum? It is a fibrous layer of fibrous connective tissue layer which covers the organs basically. It covers the organs of the abdomen, inferior surface of diaphragm, rectum, stomach, many things. All are covered by this. Many things, some are covered by completely, some are not complete, but there are many things covered by this. So what is this? It is a fibrous connective tissue layer which cover abdominal viscera. Then abdominal viscera. It is a fibrous layer. But so how it covers? We go to embryologically. Let's say this is initial gut tube. This is initial gut tube. Every abdominal digestive system develops from this. Many buds, many small roundings come out and completely form the organ. Basically, liver, stomach, pancreas, all are formed by this tube. It is present in abdomen, which is called embryologically gut tube, which is present in embryo. Formed from yolk sac, which is actually endoderm layer, which is endoderm part, which is developed from endoderm. So this tube is covered by main layer which is called peritoneum. We say this is anterior. We take sagittal section. Anterior. And this is posterior. Done. So first, how it forms around a gut tube. First step, it has two layers and covers the abdominal viscera. But how it covers? Let's say this is layer of abdominal peritoneum, like a cylinder. Done. But to hold it, but it has two layers. Again, internal layer also present. Internal layer. Let's see this internal layer of this. So these are basically it is a two-layer structure which cover the organ. But how it formed? It is not formed like this because gut tube is hanging. So how it is hanging from this peritoneum? We know from this view we cannot say gut is hanging because there is no support is present. But it is not present like this. But we say just this is a two-layer covering. But how it is connected to abdominal? Gut tube. Gut tube is connected to abdominal like this. We take superior section. Let's say this outer covering of peritoneum. This is gut. This is inner layer of peritoneum. So how it is connected? It has many portions which connect. let's say this is point is called umbilicus. This is umbilicus. So we have two sections, one above the umbilicus and one below the umbilicus. We take two sections, umbilicus. This is sagittal section. Sagittal view. And this is superior view. Superior view. So how gut tube is hanged with this? This is section of superior view from above the umbilicus level. Let's say this umbilicus. It is the level of above the umbilicus. Above umbilicus. So above umbilicus, it has two supports. One like this, it presents like this. These two layers, the inner valley and outer valley, inner and outer layer join like this, and anteriorly also. Done. So abdominal gut tube is hang between these two layers. This is section of above the umbilicus. Done. This is gut tube. So there are two markings formed. Let's say now we use the term ligaments. Now this is an important term, ligaments. What is ligament? These ligaments are not like, let's say, fibrous ligament which connect bone to bone, not. These are the different ligaments. Basically, these are the folds of double layer peritoneum fold. Double layer peritoneum fold also called ligament. So we use term ligament for double layered peritoneum. We have many double layered things, double layered structure which are called peritoneum. Peritoneum ligaments. Done. Many fascias also form ligaments like this. So we have two parts. This is also double layered, this is also double layered. So we name this section. This is also ligament, this is also ligament, but we name according to their position. Let's say this is anterior, this is posterior. From superiorly, this superior goes, so this is anterior, this is posterior. So it is present dorsally, this ligament, so it is called dorsal mesogastrium. And this is called ventral mesogastrium. Done. So above the umbilicus we have both folds, ventral mesogastrium and dorsal mesogastrium. And now important point here. Important thing, liver, how liver develops. Some cells of ligaments form a bud-like structure in ventral mesogastrium, which is called in initial liver or hepatic bud. Let's say this is. Here is one bud formed in ventral mesogastrium and one bud formed in dorsal mesogastrium. Two buds form. Remember, there is no special bud for stomach, because stomach is continuation of gut tube. Stomach formed by dilation of this gut tube. So no bud for stomach, but different organs have buds. These gut tube form many bud-like structures which form the organs and viscera of abdomen. Let's say there are many buds. First, how this bud forms? We have this anterior view. So anterior view have one bud. This is called hepatic bud. and continuation of this hepatic bud also forms cystic bud, which is called gallbladder bud. One bud is called hepatic bud, and continuation of this hepatic bud also form cystic bud, which is called gallbladder. Cystic bud for gallbladder. Gallbladder. Done. So two buds form anteriorly, basically one bud here, but there are two buds formed from one bud. And remember, mesogastrum is present like this. Cover both of them. Done. And join anteriorly also. Because we have, remember, this is ventral mesogastrum, so it also continue like this. It forms ventral mesogastrum. So one bud form anteriorly, which is called hepatic bud, which after some time forms the liver and gallbladder. This bud form, so some cells form the hepatic bud of some hepatic bud cells form from this ligament and also bud. It is a bud from this. Then bud formed from this, because there are many connections also from here. Now we erase this. This is a bud formed from which organ? It is a bud formed from stomach. Liver bud, remember, liver bud. This is liver bud. Liver bud formed from this. Bud coming from gut tube. But dorsal mesogastrum has special another bud which is called, this bud is called splenic bud. Splenic bud. It is not formed from this. Remember, important point. Not this bud, not come from gut tube. But liver bud come from gut tube. Splenic bud present in dorsal mesogastrum. Remember, spleen present posteriorly, so their bud is also present posteriorly, dorsal. And ventral mesogastrum has bud which is called hepatic bud developed from gut tube. Hepatic bud developed from gut tube. Developed from gut tube. Done. Hepatic bud and splenic bud. So now what happened? Posteriorly we have splenic bud also present. Let's say this is mesogastrum, this is anterior ventral mesogastrum. So here is posterior mesogastrum, dorsal mesogastrum called like this. So here is splenic bud. Done. Splenic bud. Now come to the stomach. So this is level of above the umbilicus. So how stomach develop? The stomach develop from this gut tube. It dilates and form the stomach. Let's say it dilate like this. Let's say this is thin. So it dilate posteriorly more than anteriorly and form the stomach. Done. So stomach also form in this segment. So this is level of above the umbilicus. So what about the below the umbilicus? Below the umbilicus we have different methods, different scene. This is ventral mesogastrium, dorsal mesogastrium. So how, which structure developed from this? First, we take another tube below the umbilicus. Let's say this is gut tube again. This is level below the umbilicus. Yes, this is level below the umbilicus, but remember important thing. There is no ventral mesogastrium present below the umbilicus. It is below umbilicus. Umbilicus. No ventral mesogastrium. No ventral mesogastrium. But dorsal mesogastrium present. Again, this is anterior. If we say superior view, so anterior posterior. Ventral mesogastrium not present, but dorsal present. Mesogastrium. Done. Ventral mesogastrium, dorsal mesogastrium. So these structures form, but there are many. We saw these are the ligaments which are double layered of peritoneum folds. So how there are many types of ligaments form, how these ligaments form and connect different organs of the abdomen. Done. So first we cover the above the umbilicus. Let's say this is liver bud, it develops, again size increases, liver bud develop, liver completely form. So it covers the hepatic peritoneum, the layer hepatic peritoneum, basically which the part of peritoneum which cover the hepatic liver, which cover the part of the liver, basically complete liver. And we know below the diaphragm there is barrier present. Let's say this bud grow. Again, we draw here. This bud grow, and here there is turning of this part also occur, because we know liver is not present anteriorly in normal situation, and spleen is not completely present posteriorly. So there is turning occur, and also stomach is also not present in anteriorly. So there is rotation also occurs. Rotation occur, and liver also develop. Rotation and liver occur. So due to rotation, liver come in right side, stomach go in left side, and spleen also go in left side. In normal situation we know. So how it forms, we again saw it posteriorly. So liver develop. Remember, we saw it from superior view. This is superior view, remember? And done. So how this form? This is superior view. Remember, this is rotation also occur, and liver go in right side and stomach go in left side. This is right, this is left. Superior view again. Remember, this is gut stomach also develop. Stomach also turn into post right left side. Stomach go in left side. Spleen go in left side. Stomach go in left side. Spleen go in left side, but liver go in right side. So remember, this is also fold peritoneum, ventral mesogastrium. This whole is ventral mesogastrium. Liver but develop in ventral mesogastrium. So again, ventral mesogastrium again divided into two parts. One anterior to liver, one posterior to liver. Again, ventral mesogastrium, which is peritoneum fold and anterior to gut tube. It divides again into two parts due to liver formation, liver bud formation. One anterior to liver and one posterior to liver. So this is anterior part of ventral mesogastrium. This is posterior part of ventral mesogastrium. This is again whole the dorsal mesogastrium. This again divided into two parts. Anterior part of dorsal mesogastrium, posterior part of dorsal mesogastrium. So, we can say ventral mesogastrium. Done. This is ventral mesogastrium. It divided into two parts. Anterior to liver, posterior to liver, to liver. Anterior to liver, posterior to liver. This is ventral mesogastrium development. And again, dorsal mesogastrium again divided into two parts. Anterior to spleen. Remember, this is spleen. This is spleen. This is gut. And this is liver. Anterior to spleen and posterior to spleen. Posterior to spleen. So it forms ligaments which cover the liver. Done. So how? So how many ligaments form? Remember, last time we have covered a ligament on the liver anterior surface which is called falciform ligament, and we have write it is remnant of ventral mesogastrium. So this is ventral mesogastrium, anterior part of ventral mesogastrium. So falciform ligament which is present on the anterior surface of liver anteriorly. So it develops from this. Then this develops into falciform ligament, and one ligament formed between liver and stomach. So it is called hepatic ligament, hepatogastric ligament, hepatogastric ligament, or also form the lesser omentum. We will come next. Done. So first important thing is right. This is the ventral anterior part of ventral mesogastrium. Done. So it forms anterior part. It forms the falciform ligament on the liver surface, on the anterior surface of liver. Form falciform ligament. Done. One thing developed. Again, one ligament more developed. Done. One ligament, and remember, posterior side में remember posterior side. Some organs, remember one thing. Some organs are covered by peritoneum duct, which is called intraperitoneal, but some organs are not covered by peritoneum, which is present on the posterior wall. Remember, this is dorsal side, this anterior view, and this posterior view. Posterior view. This posterior side. So on posterior abdominal wall, some organs are not covered by peritoneum, which are called retroperitoneal. They will come next. So first, let's say here is kidney present. This is kidney. This is kidney. So this is kidney, this is spleen. So one ligament present between kidney and spleen. So posterior part of dorsal mesogastrium form a ligament. Again, this ligament, this form the linorenal or splenorenal ligament. Ligament are nothing, just a double layer peritoneal fold. Ligament, linorenal or splenorenal. Then two parts form completely. Another ligament present between stomach and spleen. So it forms the, remember, for stomach we use word the gastrium, and for spleen we use word splenic. So one ligament formed from dorsal mesogastrium and anterior part of dorsal mesogastrium, which is called the gastrosplenic ligament. Then this is spleen and this gut. This anterior part of dorsal mesogastrium form the gastrosplenic ligament. Done. So there are four folds of peritoneum formed here. Three develop. One anterior part of ventral mesogastrium developed into falciform ligament. Posterior part remain. We will cover next. And dorsal mesogastrium anterior part developed into gastrosplenic ligament, and posterior part of dorsal mesogastrium developed into splenorenal ligament and linorenal ligament. So four parts develop. This is different. Then here. Then four parts completely developed. Anterior to spleen. Then four parts develop completely. So this is completely superior. First, this is above the umbilicus. Then this is below the umbilicus. Below the umbilicus we don't have ventral mesogastrium, and this is rotation. But with rotation there is some movement also occur, which is called ascent of liver. So liver also ascend upward. Liver rotate and ascend upward because it is present in middle like this. Liver also not present here like this, so it ascend upward and go into the right hypogastrial region. Done. So first note this. So this is rotation of liver. One part develop. First part from the falciform ligament. This third part from the gastrosplenic. Fourth part from the splenorenal, linorenal. Three ligaments form. But what about this ligament? Posterior part of ventral mesogastrium. So now we will cover the ascent of liver and folding of peritoneum. Ascent of liver and peritoneum fold. And fold peritoneum. Ascent of liver. So first, now we take the sagittal section again. So this is gut tube. Now we take sagittal section. So here we have stomach. If we take sagittal section, this is stomach, this is liver, and here is spleen present. Done. And this gut tube at this end. So these are the folds. Now, how peritoneal folds are? Anteriorly, one ligament form. It covers this like this. Then it go to the gut tube and cover the stomach. It completely cover the stomach. Basically, we go posteriorly, completely cover the stomach. Then it go to the spleen like this and continue posteriorly as done. This is anterior part. Anterior because we have take sagittal section. Anterior view. This is posterior view. Posterior view. So now liver is just in lumbar region, like umbilicus region. So now we have to ascend the liver in hypochondrium region. So how it done? Let's say if liver ascend, remember, this is umbilicus region. This is umbilicus point, and we know ventral mesogastrium both. What is mesogastrium? Mesogastrium is just not like a single slit. It is a curtain-like structure which develop anteriorly one and one develop posteriorly called dorsal mesogastrium, one ventral mesogastrium. It form like this, curtain-like. Curtain-like structure form. Curtain-like structure form. Done. And anteriorly we have dorsal, ventral mesogastrium, curtain-like completely, which divide the liver like this. Let's say we can see. Let's say this is gut tube. Done. So gut tube, it cover the liver. It cover the gut tube like this. Gut tube completely cover. Completely cover the gut tube like this. So one ligament form anteriorly, one ligament form posteriorly. Done. Gut tube cover. So ventral mesogastrium present like this, curtain-like structure present, and one dorsal mesogastrium also present curtain-like structure. But one thing important: if this is umbilicus region, we know below the umbilicus there is no mesogastrium, so it like this. Done. यहाँ से it completely joined. So this peritoneum present like this. Anteriorly above the umbilicus है ventral mesogastrium and dorsal mesogastrium like this. This is umbilicus. This point is umbilicus. Above the umbilicus, ventral mesogastrium completely. Below the umbilicus, no ventral mesogastrium, but dorsal mesogastrium present completely. Above umbilicus, below umbilicus. So it is present like this. This is gut tube. Done. So gut tube present both sides. Gut tube both side form. Gut tube form both sides. Done. So this develop into falciform ligament completely done. If liver ascend, it shortens and forms the falciform ligament. And what about this ligament? This is longer ligament. When liver ascend upward, so it stretches and elongate like this. Liver go upward. Done. This ligament is present like this. It stretches, curtain like, and here is stomach. This is stomach. Then this is stomach. So it ascends like this. Here is ventral mesogastrium part, and above this also have ventral mesogastrium part, curtain like, anterior posterior. So this double layer, but there is no ventral mesogastrium below the umbilicus. And this ligament, a form, this is a septum, or this is a curtain formed between liver and stomach. For stomach, we have many peritoneum, here many peritoneum folds, which is also called ligament. So here again peritoneum fold form, a peritoneum fold, a peritoneum fold form between liver and stomach. From which part? Posterior part of ventral mesogastrium. Done. So a peritoneum fold, curtain-like structure, curtain-like peritoneum fold, which is descend like this. This is curtain-like structure. Liver present here. Liver present here. So there is curtain present between stomach and liver. So this curtain-like structure, which is fold of peritoneum, is called omentum. Which omentum? Omentum is just a peritoneum fold which is related to stomach. For any peritoneal fold related to stomach, we use the word omentum. Which omentum? Lesser omentum, because it is smaller. One peritoneal fold again formed from this, which is bigger. What is omentum? A fold of peritoneum related to stomach. स्टमक से रिलेटेड होगा, इसलिए उसे पेरिटोनियम बोल दिया. ओमेंटम. डन. So one is lesser omentum present, which is formed from posterior part of ventral mesogastrium. Complete. So we can write here. It formed the lesser omentum. Lesser omentum formed from this. Done. Folds form, but what about the role of this peritoneal folds? Why we need this? This is again the route for arteries. Remember, on posterior abdominal wall we have aorta, inferior vena cava. So it supply branches from this. These branches travel through this fold, between these fold, and go to the organ. So it is route for the blood vessels and nerves also. We can say peritoneum folds are route for nerves and blood vessels, arteries, veins, both. Blood vessels. Done. Finished. So we have 4 folds. So in all 4 folds we have artery, vein, nerve, etc. So we will cover the next content of the peritoneum folds. Then first cover the starting from posteriorly. 4 is let's say now we cover. Done. We start anteriorly. Anteriorly, first part is anterior part of ventral mesogastrium. Ventral mesogastrium. Done. So there is nothing in this ligament. This is a fibrous fold which form anteriorly, which is remnant of ventral visual. No, nothing. इसमें कुछ नहीं है. Just fibrous fold है. Just fibrous fold. Anterior to liver, anterior surface of liver, which is also helpful in dividing liver into anatomical lobes. Just fibrous fold ligament. Done. First cover. Second is liver and stomach. So this ligament has two parts. Done. Now again we take one section more to understand this. Now first we take three parts. We will learn this later. First we take third part. Third is fold between stomach and spleen, which is called spleen, gastrosplenic, gastrosplenic first. So it covers the arteries, veins of splenic artery vein. Remember one thing important: abdominal aorta present posteriorly. Done. So anteriorly in this ligament, gastrosplenic ligament, we have arteries. Which arteries? Arteries and nerves. Done. It has so we have covered first. Now let's say this kidney we draw here. This kidney. Done. Remember on posterior wall, we have aorta. This aorta gives many branches like celiac trunk, which supply the upper part, foregut part of the gut tube. Done. Aorta. So aorta gives one branch called celiac trunk. Done. Celiac trunk have many branches. So first we draw. Let's say this is splenic artery. Remember, one branch of celiac trunk is called splenic artery. This is celiac trunk. So one branch of celiac trunk is splenic artery, which go into this fold. This fold is called splenorenal ligament. Splenorenal ligament and supply the spleen. Done. But we know from splenic artery it gives two branches. One to supply the stomach, one short gastric artery which supply the fundus region of the stomach, and one left gastric epiploic artery. So this ligament gives artery which supply this. Splenorenal ligament first go posteriorly and crosses this. So this splenorenal ligament go anteriorly, first give the left gastric epiploic artery and one branch give the through this ligament, which is called short gastric artery. So both are contents of this fold, third fold, which is called gastrosplenic fold. Because splenic artery has no root, splenic artery has to come from this aorta through this ligament, which is called splenorenal ligament. Remember, posterior, these peritoneal folds all are root for the nerves and vessels. So how these vessels come? Aorta, celiac trunk gives branch called the splenic artery. Splenic artery go to the spleen, supply the spleen. Splenic artery is content of which part? Splenic artery content of splenorenal ligament. Now splenic artery gives two branches. First branches are short gastric artery which supply the stomach, which also come from splenic artery through which ligament? Third ligament, which is called gastrosplenic ligament. So content of gastrosplenic ligament is left gastric omental या epiploic artery and short gastric arteries. Basically, these are branches of splenic artery. These are branches of splenic artery which come from the splenorenal ligament. So, splenic artery and splenic vein also come through this ligament. Splenic vein also come. Splenic vein also come. Remember, done. Vein also come. Vein also come. Not only artery. Splenic artery and splenic vein. Also vein include. Vein also. Vessels, okay, basically. Vessels, veins also. Done. So, content of gastrosplenic ligament complete. It supplies the stomach. Gastrosplenic ligament, which is branches from left gastric artery and artery, which come from splenic artery, which is present in spleen through this ligament, gastrosplenic ligament. Basically, what is the only route between spleen and stomach, which is called gastrosplenic ligament. So every artery or vein which come from spleen to stomach has to pass through this ligament. So these are the vessels which pass from this ligament. Now come to the fourth ligament, which is called splenorenal या liноrenal. Liноrenal ligament. Linorenal ligament again. Linorenal ligament, we have splenic artery and splenic veins. Nothing, because splenic artery vein come from aorta through this fourth ligament. So splenic artery and vein also come. And vein. Basically splenic vessels. Done, which is content of liноrenal ligament. So three folds again completed. Now draw this. Done. Now first, to understand the content of the lesser omentum, we take one more developed first we draw the more developed superior view of this part. This posterior side. On posterior side, first we have vertebra. Let's say this vertebra. This is T12 vertebra. Done. T12 ribs are also one. We don't draw ribs. One, we have kidneys on both sides. We draw this kidney both sides. Done. If we take this is left side, sorry, this is right side. This is right. Again, sorry. If we take this is left, this is right. We can interchange left, right again, if mentioned. Then, first, after kidney, we have peritoneum, because we know peritoneum, kidney present posterior to peritoneum. Then, right side, we have big organ, which is called liver. Liver developed completely this time. Done. This liver. Left side, again we have first posteriorly spleen and abdomen. One, abdominal stomach. Stomach is look like this. Done. Now peritoneum fold form. Here we have aorta, and aorta present right side. Vein, inferior vena cava present left side. So it gives branches and supply the folds and organs. How? Like this. If we first complete this, then and liver. This is falciform ligament again. One ligament is, this is spleen, so one ligament is splenorenal ligament. Splenorenal ligament like present like this. Extended. This splenorenal ligament. One ligament is gastrosplenic ligament. Done. And one ligament is ligament which is called lesser omentum. Lesser omentum. Lesser omentum form like this. It is extended. Lesser omentum like this. Lesser omentum, one has free side and one is like this. This is lesser omentum. One side is free. Important point in lesser omentum. This is view when we saw post superiorly, but how it looked like anterior, how this ligament is not connected. We saw this, but it is not present like this. When liver ascend upward, so the ligament which is horizontally, remember posterior part of ventral mesogastrium, it is present like this sheet. Here we have liver. Done. Here we have stomach. So when it ascend upward, so this ligament turns like this. It turns like this. Look like this. Stomach remain here, but liver ascend. So this ligament turns like this. Done. So above it continues as ventral mesogastrium done, but below, remember it is level of umbilicus, there is no ventral mesogastrium, so one margin of ventral mesogastrium is completely free. Which is the free margin of ventral mesogastrium? This is above. There is no free margin. Above it is continue like curtain, we know very well, but below there is free margin, which when it ascend upward, so it turns vertically when it present, which is present initially horizontally. So this liver in ascent position, this stomach, this is margin, free margin. So it forms the free margin of lesser omentum. There is free margin present in lesser omentum between liver and stomach. Done. So this part. So what about the branches? How branches form? Let's say this is left side. So this is aorta. Aorta gives one branch is called splenic artery. Celiac trunk branch, splenic artery, one branch go like this in splenorenal ligament and supply the spleen. Done. Now again, splenic artery. It's not present like this. It is present like this. Wait, draw completely. Correct. First, from aorta, we have celiac trunk. First, we draw celiac trunk. which pierce this celiac trunk. Now celiac trunk gives hepatic branches, proper hepatic again. One branch, hepatic branch, go in this free margin of liver and supply the liver. Then this hepatic branch, one branch is called lesser gastric artery, left gastric artery, which go through this ligament and supply this part. Done. So what is the content of the lesser omentum? We have covered this celiac trunk. One artery is hepatic artery, which go in liver from this ligament free margin, and one artery is left gastric artery, which again go from aorta through in stomach through this level, and one is splenic artery. Remember, splenic artery goes like this. First is go towards spleen, and then it pierces the splenorenal ligament and go toward the spleen. So splenic artery is not true content of splenorenal ligament. It is for partially content, because when it pierces the splenorenal ligament and go toward the spleen, not true content. Splenic. Now take this is celiac trunk. Celiac trunk go in abdominal peritoneum. It gives three branches. One is left gastric artery, which go into the lesser omentum and toward the stomach, then supply the stomach. Then one artery is called common hepatic artery, which go in the liver through this ligament, which is called lesser omentum. So two arteries complete in lesser omentum, left gastric artery and hepatic artery proper. But what about the splenic artery? Splenic artery go toward the spleen, then it pierces the splenorenal ligament and supply the spleen. Splenic artery course. Splenic artery. We can draw figure. If we draw this big like this, it supplies this like. Again, this is liver, this is stomach, this is spleen. Done. Ligaments form between them. Ventral mesoaxium falciform ligament. One ligament is splenorenal ligament. One ligament between this and one ligament is formed like this. Done. These are four ligaments. This is celiac trunk. Celiac trunk. This is longer, not shorter like this. This is peritoneum fold. These are organs and these are peritoneum folds. Organs. These are organs. Done. So celiac trunk. First enter into which ligament? Lesser omentum and supply the liver. Common hepatic artery. One artery is left gastric artery. Again, content of which ligament? Lesser omentum. And splenic artery go pierces the splenorenal ligament and supply the spleen. A splenic artery go towards spleen. Then pierce splenorenal ligament. And supply spleen. Done. But what about the content of the gastrosplenic? This is splenic artery. It gives two branches. Short gastric artery. It goes through this. This is splenorenal ligament, which is gastrosplenic ligament. Short gastric artery go from this branch. This part of ligament gastrosplenic, and one branch is left gastric epiploic. Done. This is left gastric epiploic artery. Short gastric arteries we have written gastric artery. This is free margin of lesser momentum and this is fixed margin of lesser momentum. So lesser momentum has two parts. Remember, lesser momentum has two parts. This is free margin and this is fixed margin. So third ligament is lesser momentum. It has two parts. Fixed margin towards stomach, fixed margin, and one is free margin. So content in fixed margin are left and right gastric vessels. Remember vessels. So vein also come. Left gastric vein come from which vessel? Portal veins. So portal vein also content. But what about the free margin? Free margin have many content. First, we have hepatic artery branch of celiac trunk. Again, one branch. One important thing. Remember, liver also has bile duct. So bile duct also travel through this margin. Also this free margin. Bile duct also come in this. Bile duct. Bile duct also come through this margin. This is hepatic artery. Hepatic artery. This is celiac trunk, many splenic artery, whatever. Splenic artery. This is celiac trunk. So one is important thing is called portal vein. Portal vein also comes because portal vein comes from downwards, it ascends upward, then it passes this margin and supplies and go into liver. Portal vein also comes. Important thing. Learn this. And one content is bile duct. So these are three contents. And sequence is like this. Anteriorly bile duct, then hepatic vessels, because hepatic artery has left and right hepatic artery, and one is portal vein. Done. So this is sequence, anterior to posterior. This is anterior. Anterior, this is posterior. Posterior to anterior. This sequence important in this free margin. So this free margin, fixed margin, finish. Now we will cover the organs, type of organs according to this fold: intraperitoneal, retroperitoneal, secondary peritoneal. Done. First note this. One important point is this free margin and fixed margin also have another name. Remember, the free margin is attached to first hepatic liver and then this free margin go to the duodenum. So this free margin also called duodenal ligament because hepatic and duodenum के बीच में duodenal ligament free margin. And fixed margin is present between liver and stomach, so this is called gastrohepatic ligament. Hepatogastric, gastrohepatic, same thing. Hepatogastric, just another name, ligament. Done. Name and just it present like this is a curtain. So this curtain is present like this. This curtain. One free margin attached to the duodenum. Duodenum also present here. Duodenum, and one fixed margin present to the stomach. Free margin duodenum पे होगी. Denum. And fixed margin is stomach. Curtain like done. Note this. Now first to understand the organ relation according to peritoneum. Now we draw the complete abdominal section of sagittal section of abdomen to understand peritoneum. And above this is diaphragm, we know, and here is liver. This sagittal section. So this is anterior part again, anterior, and this is posterior. This is diaphragm. So first we know anteriorly liver, done. So first peritoneum go like this, anteriorly to liver, posterior to also. Remember, liver has one opening for one posterior surface which is called porta hepatis. If we close this opening through peritoneum, so how vessels go and come out through this to liver? So there is opening in this part which is opening of porta hepatis of liver, which is opening for vessels which enter and exit through liver. Done. Now descend here, and we know above, from above a gut come, and here is stomach also present. Stomach present. Stomach. Then spleen. Here is pancreas also present. Pancreas tail, we draw only tail. Complete pancreas problem. This is pancreas. Pancreas is present in this posterior to this part. Pancreas present posterior to stomach. So pancreas come in posterior, then descend. So first it again form the boundaries of free margin and lesser momentum part. Then in stomach, it come anteriorly like this. Four-layer structure form. How this four-layer structure form? Wait. Descend. Remember, it has again many coils. One part is duodenum part. This is duodenum. Then it has folds of intestinal coils. Remember, intestinal coils, and one part is transverse colon, anteriorly. Transverse colon. Then we have intestinal coils. This is duodenum and ileum. Done. So how this cover? Anteriorly and posteriorly. V draws margin. Here is ligament form. So this is section of peritoneum. This sagittal section. How this section forms? First, let's say this is liver. Liver, it is covered by peritoneum anteriorly and posteriorly. Posteriorly it forms a Morrison's capsule. Now this opening is called. There is opening called opening of porta petal, through this which vessels come and out from the liver. This is lesser omentum above, and when on anterior surface of stomach. Now we draw the stomach. Let's say this as stomach. This is stomach. It is completely covered by peritoneum anteriorly and posteriorly, but double layer completely covered by peritoneum anteriorly and posteriorly. But one thing happened on anterior surface of stomach. Greater curvature layer of peritoneum. It descends, extend and descend like this. Descend like this curtain. Let's say this stomach. Stomach sagittal section again. Peritoneum present anteriorly and posteriorly, but on anterior surface. Peritoneum again descends. Descend like this. This is completely peritoneum. Descend towards the umbilicus region, near umbilicus region. Then again it come back like this and go towards the main organ. So there is 4 layer structure fold of peritoneum. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 layer structure. 4 layer structure. Peritoneum fold. Formed from which part? Stomach, greater surface, anterior layer of peritoneum. Extend, descend, extend and descend, and form this 4 layer structure. Peritoneum fold. Peritoneum fold. Called greater omentum. One we have covered the lesser omentum, and this is called greater omentum because it is bigger. Greater omentum, which is important thing is 4 layer. Lesser omentum is 2 layer. It is 4 layer difference, and it is formed from greater curvature layer of stomach anteriorly, then upward, touches the duodenum and it touches duodenum also. Duodenum and transverse colon. Duodenum and transverse colon. Draw this. These are the coils of intestine. So there are many things covered. One, there and posterior wall. This posterior wall. We have vessels called aorta. Many things. This is aorta and vena cava also present. Now through this, there are many folds and ligaments formed. For stomach, folds of peritoneum related to stomach. We got the omentum, but for this part, for intestine related folds. We use word mesentery. Basically, again, this is completely a peritoneal fold, but related to intestine is called mesentery. Related to stomach is called omentum. This aorta again give vessels. Through this fold, these give vessels, passes from this folds, supply this part. So for posterior wall, through these ligaments, artery and vessels supply the organs. This sagittal section. But important thing again, one come sagittal section. Again important thing come, which is we know. And in below abdomen there is a region called pelvic region, basic pelvic region, which contain the reproductive organs and bladder. So on posterior surface, this part we have one part is rectum, this posteriorly rectum, this rectum. Anterior to rectum, if this is female part, so in female part there is uterus present. There is uterus present if this is female, and here is vaginal part. So this fold extend between uterus and vaginal, between uterus and rectum. There is pouch formed here, and anterior to uterus, again same thing, gallbladder present, urinary bladder present, and here is urethra formed. So again this peritoneum again extend between uterus and bladder. So there is two pouches formed if this is female. One pouch is called rectum, related to rectum, uterine pouch, rectum and uterus के बीच में uterine pouch, also called pouch of Douglas, pouch of Douglas, which is dependent site of collection of fluid in erect position. Remember, in supine position we have covered last time Morrison's capsule for fluid collection if the excess fluid, abdominal fluid present. So it cover in supine it collect in Morrison's capsule, which is behind the liver, but in erect position fluid collect in pouch of Douglas. Dependent site of fluid collection in erect position. In supine, this is which is Morrison capsule. In erect is pouch of Douglas if it is female, but if it is male there is no uterus present between this. So male is like look like this, urinary bladder and behind rectum present, this male part. So abdominal peritoneum present like this between rectum and urinary bladder. So it is called vesicular pouch. Vesicular pouch. In male, this is dependent site for fluid collection in erect position. It is only pouch in male. This is male case, bladder and rectum. Rectum is part of intestine. Done. This sagittal section of male and female. This is female. Done. So this is female. So this is part of the peritoneum, how it develops, how it forms. Note this. So here it is first part of abdominal peritoneum. Next time we will cover the organs, retroperitoneal, intraperitoneal and many things. Thank you.